ain't right within. There's something wrong with you. That you mad at us because you fucked a nigga that ain't shit. And you ain't really shit to yourself. That's why you actually sat through a lot of that shit. I'm sorry that you cannot cash out on your trauma stories and your sad story. I'm sorry that you struggle to set boundaries with your family members and shit, which is why you repeating the same cycles as your mom. I'm sorry you don't know enough to go to therapy and get help for that, but you actually take your money and go buy a wig or get your makeup done or spend it on some designer clothes. I'm sorry that those things are more important than getting your mind right. But y'all gotta realize what you can't afford no more. You at the end of it, bitch. You can't afford to keep doing that same shit. People need time to get their basics under them as an adult first before you start trying to ask them to care about you the right way, do business with you the right way, network with you the right way, communicate with you the right way, respect you the right way. It's so many of y'all, you wreck out based on trying to get respect out of somebody else towards you that they don't even give themselves. If a bitch don't respect and value themselves enough to understand as a grown adult, it ain't got to be no nice transportation, but I'm responsible for my own transportation. It ain't got to be the best food in the world, but I'm responsible for feeding me and mine. My responsibilities I created. It ain't got to be the nicest house, but I'm responsible for having some sort of consistent, stable dwelling to live in. It ain't got to be the most money, but I'm responsible for bringing in some sort of revenue to cover my bases. Y'all be with people that they don't even value themselves enough first to get this under control before mixing with y'all. And this is why the fuck you find yourself in a space where you actually cannot afford the shit you going through. This is when you realize my mental is off because the stuff I got going on, I really ain't even supposed to be going through it. Then y'all get religious and you tell yourself, he ain't gonna put more on me than I can bear. I guess this how it was supposed to be. It's always he. Half the shit y'all motherfuckers going through, the Lord ain't got a fuck thing to do with it. It's you. It's your decisions, your choices, the way you waste your time, the way you don't educate yourself, the way you playing with yourself out here not understanding the country we live in is a fucking business. It requires strategy to actually be successful. People will use you to fuck up if you don't have boundaries and self-esteem and allow a person to earn you. If you don't have value in what you need and get that shit under control yourself and find your happy space before chasing it in a nigga or a bitch, you will find yourself well underwater, meaning your mind ain't gonna feel right even though it look like you doing all right. Some of y'all, it's a lot of shit you can't afford no more. Y'all don't want to educate yourself to know more, to strategize. You got to create standards and discipline, organization, and strategy for yourself, your life, your family unit first before you go out in the world and start trying to tell a man how he's supposed to be a man or a woman how she's supposed to be a woman or what y'all need to be doing or what these niggas need to be doing. You actually got to get right with self. And this ain't all about money and material possessions. It's about actually being happy and fucking sound with yourself, at peace and one with you, being able to quiet your thoughts, manage your emotions, accept what the fuck you're accountable for. Some of y'all, for the life of y'all, you can't just be honest about the shit in your life that you caused. You really believe you a victim of some shit that you ain't. Choose the wrong people, blame the world. Get in the wrong circles, blame everybody else. Stuff happened to you, you played no role in what happened to you, even though you chose to go there, chose to talk to them, chose to speak on this. Ain't none of it your fault. And then some of y'all, to this day, your mama and daddy doing the same shit. So until you go get around some people, places, or things that's going to show you something different, you forever going to be that. Some of y'all, you be so upset. You see a nice looking woman, whether she got her body done or whatever, you bother. It ain't our fault. You can't stay at the Burger King line, bitch. It's not our fault. You don't understand that carbs are turned into glucose by your body. So eating all that rice and noodles is just like eating donuts. It's not our fault. It's not our fault you don't believe in surgery. It's not our fault you had all them babies like a fucking dog giving birth to a litter after litter. That's not our fault. So the fact that your insecurities are protruding out of everything that you say, bitch, you need therapy. Some of y'all dudes, y'all get so upset if a bitch like a nigga that's a different type from you or some shit like that. Now here come the hating remarks about how he look or how much money he got or what he shouldn't be. It's not our fault, bro. You poor as fuck and won't educate yourself. It's a million ways to get $1 and you ain't really trying none of them. You ain't giving no real effort towards none of them and you mad. That ain't our fault. Some of y'all, you walk around mad and in your feelings about everything. It's not our fault that you won't go to therapy for the shit that you going through inside. It's not our fault you don't read no books. It's not our fault that you picked the baby daddy you picked or the baby. That shit on you. And this is what bothers y'all, that it's on you. People who got boundaries, they demand that people actually earn them. They're actually disciplined with the way that they put their emotions out into the world. They operate from a space of change is important. I need to learn to respond, not react. Process things practically. Like, I'm sorry that this stuff ain't valuable to a lot of y'all. I don't know what to tell you. But the shit be in your comments, in your posts, it shows that you ain't right within. There's something wrong with you. That you mad at us because you fucking nigga that ain't shit. And you ain't really shit to yourself. That's why you actually sat through a lot of that shit. I'm sorry that you cannot cash out on your trauma stories and your sad stuff. I'm sorry that you struggle to set boundaries with your family members and shit, which is why you repeating the same cycles as your mom. I'm sorry you don't know enough to go to therapy and get help for that, but you actually take your money and go buy a wig or get your makeup done or spend it on some designer clothes. I'm sorry that those things are more important than getting your mind right. But y'all gotta realize what you can't afford no more. You at the end of it, bitch, you can't afford to keep doing that same shit.